crochet and crafty friends, welcome to Travel Crochet. My name is Tracy. Let's just tell you now that you're going to need to pause this, go and get a snack, go and have something to eat, get something to drink, because we are in for week 5 of Crochet Roulette 2025, which the themes were safari and pastel colors. And we have 39 entries. So again, we're going to go through them all. I like to showcase everybody's entry that is either been emailed to me or shared on Instagram. And thank you so much for everyone that is joining in. It has been fabulous. I can't believe we're halfway through. So we better get going straight away because it's going to take a while, and we're getting more and more stories coming with the entries, so it's really fascinating. Anyway, I will start off with mine. I thought after the last couple of weeks and the entries we've had, I better, do something a bit better this week. So I've managed to do 2 items. So I've decided to do a safari in 2 different continents for this entry. So my first entry is this hippo, and I love the way how the little mouth is in there. You can it was just the process with that, because when I was putting this little bit on in the round, I'm thinking, how is this going to work? But it worked. So I have the hippo with his tail, and this is a Crochet Groves pattern. So I actually bought this pattern at the same time as I bought the elephant that I did last week, and I was thinking after that I could have saved that for this week, but anyway, that's okay. I have done both those patterns now. And the good thing about this challenge is I've been doing patterns that I've had saved and hadn't gotten around to making, so I absolutely adore this girl. So we have the can here, so she's a pretty hefty hippo, nice decent size, and yeah, I love the pastel colors. So this was the valuable rainbow blanket yarn that Spotlight had for, valuable, anything labeled valuable, it doesn't last for long, so it is already, well, it was gone within like 2 weeks, I think it was, when it came out. So yeah, that is first entry. Now what did I use? I used a 6.5mm hook, and I'm pretty sure these were 25mm safety synchronized, and I just used like a pastel yellow glitter eye backs, and that's that. It was fairly easy make. It's the typical 4-leg animal pattern where you create the 4 legs, create the belly patch, and then join them on and continue around. The head is in one piece, other than going back and surface crocheting the nostrils, and you create the ears separately and sewing those on. So the only sewing is the ears and the head to the body, and the tail, sorry, and you sew the tail on as well. So that was that. And it didn't actually take that long to make it. I started it very, very late last night and just finished it this morning. So there we go. All right, now this one, we shift continents and we go from Africa to Asia, and we have a tiger. And I think this is adorable. So this pattern is actually a pattern for a white tiger. So I just switched up the white for the pastel orange, which is the Aldi yarn orange. And the black is the new Jolly and Joy Christmas yarn that we have at Spotlight currently. I know some stores have had it stocked, and it's already, like our store's pretty much only got like 2 skeins of it left. I'm not sure if they're going to bring more in or not, but then I know I was talking to Trish from Gday Crochet AU yesterday, I think it was, and she said her Spotlight's only just stocked it, so we may get more, who knows, but it's lovely yarn. And with this I used a 4mm hook, I believe, and I think these were 16mm eyes. Now this is a paid pattern from Etsy by Dan Estonia Art. Very well written. You just have to get used to the way the patterns are written, because she's not actually, her first language is not English, but it's pretty easy to work out. But yeah, very well written. It's the second time I've made it. The first time I made it as the white tiger. Yeah, embroidered the nose. It's got little black spots for whiskers, spots. So what do we make? We make the head first and put that aside. And you don't completely close the head up, and then you make the legs and the arms, which are, and the tail, which are crocheted in the round. And when you get to the top of the body, then you sew the head on, both open. Then you create the muzzle and sew the muzzle on. I struggle sometimes to get the muzzle straight, but it's a little bit off, but that's okay. And then you create the ears. It's 2 patches of the orange, and then the last one you join them together with the black. And just did some face shaping and the eyebrows and the little claw marks in the feet and arms. But yeah, I love this pattern. I love the way it turned out. I mean, you could possibly say he's a tiger, but I mean, he is just meant to be a tiger. So yeah, absolutely love this pattern. So that's my 2 entries. So instead of just doing 1, I managed to do 2 this week. Yeah, it's hard keeping up though, because I'm always checking for my emails and Instagram for entries, and then I have to gradually do it now because I'm getting so many entries. I have to save the photos and then put them onto my computer and then label the photos and then add everybody's links and everything in the descriptions and type it up, because I couldn't read my writing when I first started this. So now I've gotten smart and typed it up. So yeah, 39 entries. And as usual, just so it makes it easier for me, it's alphabetical order. And we shall start. Again, I'm leaving space here for the photos to go. All right, let's begin. Number 1 is 82p Nina, and she has made 3 pocket friends. So we have a pastel pink elephant, a pastel yellow giraffe, and a pastel blue hippo. And all those patterns are by the Alter Ego Crochet. Fabulous. So you're beating me already. 3. We're starting off good. I actually did start writing how many total, and then I forgot about it and didn't end up doing it. So if anyone wants to count how many altogether were entered, that would be great. All right, number 2 is a new entry, and this is from email. So this is from Anne-Marie Hollier, and Anne-Marie said that she doesn't have Instagram or YouTube, so she emailed her entry. So thank you, Anne-Marie. And she has made a blue variegated gorgeous elephant using the Alder yarn. The Alder yarn has been perfect for this this week. I tell you, all of those colours are pastel. And the pattern is by 1 Cent Crochet. So thank you so much, Anne-Marie. So yes, definitely, if you don't have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you can certainly just email me your entries and they will make it in. Thank you so much. All right, number 3 is from Appalachian Crochet, and we have a hippo. That pattern is by Porgsy's Place, and we have another one which is an elephant, and this pattern is by Nook's Hooks. And she has said that this challenge has kept her Crojo staying alive in the last few weeks. So I must agree, it's definitely great to have something definite that you know the theme and colour that you have to do, and you know that takes all the guessing out of it. and it's getting that time of day where the cars just seem to start going up and down our street, so you may get a bit of traffic noise. I apologize about that. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right, number 4 is from Arty Creations, and we have Hallie the Hippo Snuggler in a pastel purple, and this yarn, the purple is Zaddy Crafts yarn, and the pattern is by Loops to Lovies. So it's lovely to have a snuggler in the editions. And someone had sent me a message and asked, does it have to be amigurumi to enter this challenge? And no, it doesn't. If it's crochet related, that is fine. You can enter wearables, or like we've had crochet hooks and amigurumi sticks, so certainly does not have to be a plushie. Okay, number 5 is from Charmed by Robin, and Robin has entered a pastel yellow hippo. And this pattern, I must say, is a very, very, very popular pattern. And that is the one that is the group that designed the pattern with Rosalie Toys, Crochet, and I can't remember the others. But that pattern has definitely been well used for this week's entry. So thank you so much, Robin. I appreciate it. Number 6 is from Connie the Crocheter, and we have a cute little elephant, and she has embroidered the eyes, and the embroidery looks fantastic, and the pattern is by Emmy Toys. So thank you so much, Connie. Next up is Cotton Woodcraft, and here we have a trio of hip hop hippopotamus. Try and say that 3 times fast. Okay, so meet H-Bomb, Heavy P and Dave. They are hip hop royalty and insurance actuaries. So what I mean, the stories are starting to come out with these entries. I'm just loving it. And this pattern was another of the crochet and others. And the yarn used is from Yarn Smiths. So thank you so much for that entry. Okay, number 8 is from Delicate Works, and we have another elephant, and in gorgeous rainbow colours, rainbow pastels. And this pattern is by Mom Stitchetti. I get to say that every week. If someone uses one of her patterns, I'll say Mom. Mom Stitchetti. Thank you so much for that entry. I just realised I wrote number 8 twice. So we actually have 40 entries. Oh dear, I can't even count. All right, number 9. This one was a very unique entry. Nobody else had another one of these, and this is from Devon Crafts 3754, and we have an Anita, and Anita is in cute pastel colors with a cute fluffy tail, and this pattern was by Porksy's Place, so that was a unique entry. And I love it. That Anita was cute as that fluffy tail. So thank you so much. All right, number 10. I have to remember to add one number to all these numbers. Number 10 is from Floss Crochet. And we have this gorgeous splooting pink elephant. And this pattern was by Looping Teddies. I actually watched the series where I can't remember her name from Looping Teddies started crocheting her patterns. I think the first one was a teddy bear that she created with the splooting series, and yeah, they're really great patterns. So thank you so much for that. All right, number 11 is from Gday Crochet Off the Hook, or Gday Crochet Off the Hook on Instagram and YouTube. And we have this one Another pink elephant, but this one is not splooting. This one is standing, but very realistic, like head up, trunk up, looking like she is trumpeting away. Absolutely amazing. I love that. And I'm pretty sure this one was done in like a acrylic or cotton or something like that. Amazing. And this pattern is by Hooked by Katie. So Geraldine, thank you very, very much for that entry. That must have taken you a long time to create her. She's beautiful. All right, next up is number 12. Excuse me, talking too much, I'm gonna have to get a drink. Come prepared. Okay, is number 11 is from Gday Crochet AU, and she is on Instagram and YouTube. Trish is her name, and actually Trish, I need to welcome to the Travelers because Trish has just joined our membership here on YouTube. So welcome, Trish. Thank you so much for your support. And yeah, everyone go and check Trish's channel out on YouTube, Gday Crochet AU. Now Trish has made a rhino in a pretty pink pastel colour, and this pattern is by Madeline Mako. So thank you so much for that entry, Trish. All right, number 13 is by Handmade by H UK. And she says, oh, I only made one this week. Well, one 14-inch one that was made in DK or acrylic yarn, 8-ply acrylic. I couldn't do that in a week. I couldn't do that in 2 weeks. So fantastic effort. So she has made a rhino in DKO 8-ply acrylic using lilac colours and pastel green for the horns. And this is actually a free pattern from craftpassion.com. Thank you so much. Your entries every week has been absolutely amazing. Thank you for that effort. All right, number 14 is from Jackie Jasper. And here we have another hippo in a beautiful purple pastel color. And this is, she's actually used Rosalie Toys YouTube tutorial for this one. So thank you so much. Number 15, we have from Janelle Bailey 77. And we have an elephant in beautiful green colors. And this yarn is from the Spotlight Mill Ends. And the pattern is by Crochet Grove. And it is definitely a fantastic pattern. I can vouch for that one because I did that one last week. So thank you for that entry, and I love the colors. All right, next up we have a new entry from Jennifer 2716, and we have another elephant. So elephants and hippos were definitely the trend. And this was also using Spotlight yarn, and this was the Motivera Blanky yarn. And this pattern is by Ira Rot Designs. Ira? I'm not sure. Ira maybe? Rot Designs. I haven't heard of that designer before. So thank you for that entry, and it's a gorgeous elephant. All right, number 17. Yes, I have to add a number. Is from Judy at Witch Piece Craft on Instagram, or Judy at Witch Piece Craft on YouTube. And we have Tommy the Tooterfant who on safari using rainbow and yellow pastel colors. And this pattern is by Lucy Ravenkar on Ravelry. I love that name, Tommy the Tooterfant. Yeah, that trunk is definitely looking like a horn of some type. But thank you so much, Judy, for your entry. He is gorgeous. All right, next up we have another email entry from Julianne5196. Number 18 we're at. And this is Little Bigfoot Lion. And Julianne said it took her 3.5 hours just to tie in that mane. Wow. So Julie used a combination of a pattern and tutorial by Sharon Oyella. And thank you for showing me how to pronounce that, because it had the J, but you pronounce the J as the Y. So I do appreciate that, because we know I'm not great at pronunciations. 3.5 hours just to do the mane. So you have put a mammoth effort in for this week. So thank you so much, Julianne. Number 19 is from Can Crochet, and I worked out that it is, you do say it is Can, because it is two lovely ladies that have created this Instagram page, and their names are Kate and Anne. So they've combined Kate and Anne to create Can Crochet. And Anne created this week's entry, I think, yes. And it was a hippo in pastel blue, and this was another one of the Rosalie Toys free pattern. So thank you, Kate and Anne, for your entries, but Anne this week, thank you. And it's nice to know how to pronounce it. All right, number 20, Keza Does Crafts. We have a pastel yellow sitting elephant, and this is a free pattern by the Nicole Chase on her blog, and she has used Paddy's plush yarn to make this elephant, and gorgeous. I'm definitely going to be putting an order in for Paddy's plush very soon as I get some money. Thank you for that entry. All right, number 21, Not Happy Crochet. And we have Samba the Sleepy Elephant. And this is so cute. And the pattern is by Melly Inspired Crochet. And Melly has been putting out so many patterns, and they're all very, very cute. I actually haven't tried one of hers yet, so I will have to one day. And the yarn used is Spotlight Millens blanket yarn. And she used a 8mm hook. So thank you so much for Samba the Sleepy Elephant. Number 22 is from Naughty Rascals, and we have a pink sitting elephant, and I've put a note here, look at those gorgeous ears. And I'm trying to remember, so many photos I've gone through. I'm not sure if this was acrylic or cotton as well. I can't quite remember, but I just remember those ears. The little folds in them. And this pattern is by Jess Sufco, I think. All right, number 23 is from Landy Cass Little Lovies, and Dawn has made twin elephants, one in pastel pink and one in pastel blue. And this pattern is another one from Emmy Toys. So thank you very much, Dawn. I really appreciate your entry. Number 24, all right, is by Lovies by Risa Laree. Now, Risa has entered the cute little lavender elephant, and this pattern is by The Stitch Zoo, which is a YouTube tutorial. And Risa has encouraged her daughter to join in Crochet Roulette, and she joined in I think it was the last 2 weeks or last week. And she has joined in again this week, and her daughter is Violet Sierra, so we'll come across her entry later. But thank you, Risa, and we do appreciate you encouraging your daughter to enter. Number 24. She's done it again. So this is Crafting in Array on Instagram, or Mari Crafting in Array on YouTube. Brand new YouTube channel. She's just reached 100 subscribers, so she's doing really well, but she doesn't use patterns. She freehands, and she makes amazing entries. So this one I have written down here, a showstopper, absolutely. So she's free-handed Lily the ballerina hippo, and she's used 2 shades of purple, a lavender and lilac in her tutu and ballet shoes. And she's even added bling to it, and it's no pattern. Like we keep saying, she's got to write these down. Like I could see her patterns selling really, really well. Amazing, amazing. So if you want to see her other makes, go and check out her YouTube channel. Like I said, she's just started up, but she needs encouragement. We need to encourage her to write those patterns. All right, so thank you very much for your entry again. Number 26, Mel likes to crochet. All right, Mel continues to enter multiple entries again this week. First up, we have a rainbow zebra, which is a great idea. Zebra stripes and just make it rainbow. The yarn that she used is a mix of Gday Crafts and Patty's Plush yarn. And the pattern is by Crochet Grove. Oh, gotta eat. Sorry. All right, next she made a happy hippo in rainbow pastel colors. And she used the same valuable rainbow yarn that I used for my hippo. And the pattern is by Crochet Crochet. And then the last one Mel entered was a laying or splooching giraffe in pastel purple, mint and orange colors. And this pattern is a Crochet by Jenna pattern from her No Sew Amigurumi book, and the yarn is Gday Crafts. Thanks, Mel, for your multiple entries once again. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think that rainbow zebra idea was fabulous. All right, number 27. We have multiple entries again from Morgan Patricia Matthews. We have a giraffe and an elephant, and those patterns are both by Loops to Lovies. And then we have a lion, and that pattern is by Madeline Mako, if I can talk. All in gorgeous rainbow and yellow and purple yarns. Thank you so much. All right, number 28 is from Ottawise, and I believe nearly every week she is the first to put in her entry, like nearly the next day after we do today's video. The next day she somehow magically has them done. So thank you so much. And we have Lion, a safari bubs in gorgeous pastel rainbow colors, and this pattern is by Oddball Crochet. So thank you so much, and I really do appreciate you've entered every week since the start, so I appreciate your efforts. Number 29 is from Penguin Place Crafts, and we have a pink giraffe, and this is a pattern from a book called Vanna's Choice Cute Crochet Critters, and it looks like it's a acrylic or cotton yarn used there as well, and it's so cute. Thank you so much for that. And all these books that keep coming up, I'm gonna have to look them up one day, and maybe I'm not used to crocheting from a book. I don't know how that would be. Actually, no, once I actually printed out a pattern, and I'm so used to using my iPad and scrolling, I was trying to scroll the paper. I was like, oh dear, I've gone digital. Yeah. All right, number 30 is from Pico and Plant, and we have Eli the Plush Elephant, and this pattern is from the book by Teresa's Crochet Shop. I actually didn't know she had a crochet book out. Amigurumi Plushies, it's called. And she also made a little cheetah, which was a cat pattern, but she just added the spots and embroidery to make it a cheetah. So what a great idea. Thank you so much. Over the page we go. Number 31 is from Randomly Dana, and we have 2 entries. First up is a hippo in rainbow pastel yarn, and that is the Crochet pattern and others. And then we have a crocodile, the only crocodile that made it in this week, in a pastel green, and that pattern is by Easy Crochet Plushies. Thank you so much once again. Number 32 is from So Precious Art, and we definitely have pieces of art here. 3 items here. The first one is a safari guide boy. Now this is actually a modified snuggler pattern from our one and only the Enchanted Skein, who is one of the collaborators for this challenge, the crochet roulette, and her pattern is the Franken-Skein snuggler. So she's turned Franken-Skein snuggler into a safari guide boy. So there you go. It just goes to show how you can use patterns for and change colors and things, and yeah, turn them into other patterns. So that's fantastic. Next up, we have a sitting zebra with gorgeous eyelashes. I've seen those before and I've never bought them. I might do it one day because they make them look so cute. And this pattern is by Foxy Designs on Etsy. And then we have the elephant. The elephant, love it. The fluffy hair on top and the flowers on the side. And again, the gorgeous eyelashes. Just the detailing is gorgeous. And this pattern is by Elenia to Toys on Etsy. Again, if you want to find out exactly how that's spelt, just go and check out So Precious Art, which everyone will be linked in the description, and go and have a look at her page to see how to spell that. Thank you so much. All right, number 33. We have an entry from Sunflower and Owl, or Abby Sun Owl Fiber on YouTube. And here we have another story. We have a backstory. So we have Freya the flamingo. So Freya is of Botswana descent, but only knew life in Norway. After a horrible semester at university and a breakup with an Atlantic puffin, Freya decided to find her roots. At 22, she's off to the safari to meet her flamingo ancestors. Don't you love it? We have stories happening here. I'm going to have a 100-page novel by the time we're finished by week 10. And the pattern is by Yokata Patterns on Ribbler. Thank you so much, Abby. I love the backstory on this one. All right, number 34 is another email entry from Tess Sampson. So thank you, Tess. And this is a purple elephant, and it must be a lucky elephant because the trunk is up. And the pattern was by Loretta's Loops on Ribbler. Thank you so much, Tess, for your entry. I really do appreciate you joining in on the challenge. All right, number 35. It is not crochet roulette unless we have an entry from Thea Crochet Beast. And we have 2 entries this week. And she's going, only 2 this week. I was like, yeah, but have a look what they are. A safari animal toy stacker. So how many things you got to make a toy stacker. And that's using a 3.5mm hook with 8-ply or DK acrylic yarn, and she used a plastic mesh base for the insert for the bottom of the stacker. This pattern is by Becia Designs on Etsy. I mean, just doing that alone would take forever. And then she's just added a little hexie cardie that she made with no pattern, using a 5mm hook and again 8-ply acrylic yarn, with the lion applique, I can talk, is from a pattern bundle by Nella's Cottage on Etsy, and she used a 3.5mm hook for that with the 8-ply acrylic. Thank you, Thea. That is absolutely awesome. And like we said, the entries do not have to be plushies. We have a wearable here with the hexie cardie, and we have a toy stacker. So it's not a plushie, but it's a toy. So fantastic. All right, number 36. We are getting there. is from the Fiber Monkey. And we have an elephant, and we have the beautiful pastel pink variegated yarn. And this pattern is another one by Crochet Grove. Fantastic, and it looks really, really good in that variegated pink yarn. So I've always been scared until now to do animals, like big animals in variegated, but it's been giving me the confidence to give it a go. All right, number 37 is from Treen's Treasures, and we have a gorgeous giraffe with the purple and mint pastel colors. Those two colors just look so good together. And this yarn is Gday Crochet yarn, and the pattern is by Crochet Grove. So thank you so much. They're just gorgeous. I love the way that turned out. Yeah. All right, number 37 again shows that you do not have to enter a plushie, is from Vicky Vass Designs, and Vicky once again has entered, and this time, however, she has entered 7 amigurumi sticks and the focal beads at the top. She has a hippo in one, an elephant, a monkey, a zebra, a giraffe, lion, and a tiger. So thank you, Vicky, for that. And like I said last week, if you want to check out Vicky Vass Designs on Instagram, she is now making amigurumi sticks, and she makes crochet hooks and key rings and lots of other things that I can't remember. So thank you, Vicky, for that entry. Next we have Violet Sierra, that we mentioned earlier, that her mum has been encouraging her to enter this challenge. And so we're number 39. And she said that she put a lot of research in this week and Googling safari animals, and then finally decided upon an African tortoise. And she's used pastel rainbow and yellow colours. And this pattern is Ted the Pop Tortoise, but by Crochet FMTY. However, she decided to sew the head down so it doesn't pop up. So thank you so much, and look at all this research that you did to choose your pattern. That's fantastic, and I definitely encourage you to continue entering. Your makes are fantastic. And lucky last but not least is number 40. We have What the Plushie, and we have a giraffe lovey, absolutely gorgeous in these pastel colors with the cute little headband, just so cute. And this pattern is by Gday Crochet, and I am sure some little child is going to absolutely love that one day. Fantastic. The effort that everyone's putting in, I am so grateful for all these people that have decided to enter the challenge. And I have a big note here that I've got to show you what the spins are for next week. So next week we just need to know, so all of you that get going straight away, you can start going. So I'll stop this now, do the spins, and come on back. All right, so you can see next week you're going to have to put your thinking caps on, because I know I'm going to have to. It is space as the theme and the colour red. Use your imagination, think outside the box. However, whatever you come up with, I'm sure it'll be great. I am so interested to see what everyone comes up with, because it's not the easiest theme, space. So I am very curious to see what everyone comes up with. I'm going to have to do some thinking myself. All right, now before we go, just want to mention again that if you didn't know, that I am running a crochet retreat here in Hervey Bay, Queensland, next year from the 26th of September to the 3rd or 4th of October, I can't remember exactly. So it's 1 week crochet retreat. So the deposits are required now. I have some deposits have come in. We still have spaces remaining. If you are interested and you haven't put your name down before, email me at travelcrochetau@gmail.com and just put in the subject Crochet Retreat 2026 and I can send you the information. We have accommodation booked, we have various tours that you can choose to do or not. If you don't want to, that is fine. But we've got certainly various activities planned that it's going to be a great week of crocheting and fun. So yes, just a little reminder that if you're wanting to go, that we are accepting the deposits now. The deposits are paid through our website, travelcrochet.com, and yeah, once we have so we can take 9 people in total in the accommodation, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, just thought I'd mention that again. And obviously some people, it may take time to save up the deposit, but please let me know that you are interested. Even if it can take a while to save up, just let me know so I'm aware of how many people are still interested in coming. Because I mean, I guess in the end, if we don't get the full 9 people, we may look at changing the accommodation to fit a smaller amount of people. So we'll see how we go. All right, guys, thank you so much for this week, and I will catch up with you Wednesday to show you what my market makes will be, because I will have a market next Sunday, so in a week's time. So I have 1 week left to prepare. All right, guys, we'll see you then. Bye till later.